doing mystery science. So you guys are kind of my lab experiments. Trust me, it was funny. It's like a dad joke, only it's from me. So what we have is our kits. You guys can open those up carefully. Make sure nothing jumps out. I don't know. Can you get it? Here, let's see. We kind of got to pop that edge off. You got yours? There you go. You got yours? Yep. Awesome possum. All right. So we got weird stuff, right? I mean, an ice cube tray for science? What are we going to do with that? We've got, oh, some kind of weird liquid. What else do we have in here? Let's see. Oh, you have another weird liquid? Yeah, why don't you grab those two things? Yeah, we'll leave the rest in there for now. I think we just need those three. Can you make it? Do you need a hand? Okay. All right. Oh, there is actually one more thing. There should be a piece of paper that has a picture of an ice cube tray. Again, with the science and the ice cube trays. So what we're doing today is making some electricity. Right? I mean, that's kind of cool. So the first one we're going to do is in our ice cube tray, we're going to put that down on, make sure, on our little sheet here so that we can kind of see what we're doing, because on one side you've got something grayed out and you see that one has an A. Can you just pull it? Oh, is it dirty? We can grab another one if you want. Oh, okay. You can take that off. So one side has an A on it, and one side has a B on it, and then there's nothing right in the middle, right? So A, B, nothing in the middle. So can you guess what we're going to do? Do you have one with an A on it? Yeah. All right. We're going to pop that open. I wonder what it's going to smell like. You got to ease into it, though. Oh, what's that smell like? Does anybody know? It smells okay, doesn't it? I don't think we want to taste it, though. Never taste stuff for science. No. So that's lemon juice. And we're going to pour this A into these 6 spots right above the A, okay? Do you see where that goes? Okay, so carefully so that it doesn't spill all over, and we're going to put just a little bit in each one. And let me know if there's not quite enough to do it. There should be. Yeah. All right. All right, now we'll put it in the freezer. No, we're not going to put it in the freezer. Although lemon juice ice cubes would be great in some iced tea, but we're not doing that. All right, so our other one is B, and we're going to do the same thing on that other side. We're going to pour those into those 6 ones above the B. Okay? It's going to be kind of the same thing. There should be enough to fill them almost full. That one doesn't smell nearly as good as the first one, does it? Ugh. Do we know what that one is? No guesses? This is the stuff, if you dye Easter eggs, you might put some of this in a cup and then put the Easter egg dye in there. It's vinegar. And it does not smell great, but it smells like Easter eggs, I think. All right. All right, do you have electricity yet? No, there's no electricity yet. So now we're gonna reach back into our bag of tricks here. And there should be 2 of these envelopes. One of them has a whole bunch of stuff in it, and one of them has just a little bit. We're gonna get the one with a whole bunch of stuff in it first. And we're gonna open that up, and let's see what we've got in there. I know, it looks weird, doesn't it? What are we doing? Yeah, don't poke yourself with them, heaven's sakes. Is there one stuck? You could rip the envelope if you need to get it out. All right. Okay. And now this is where we're going to actually start making the electricity. What we have here are, well, nails, right? Those are galvanized steel, and that makes a difference. I'm not entirely sure why, but it does. And then this is copper wire, and what's going to happen is those 2 are going to kind of react with this stuff, and we're going to be able to light up a little light with it, right? You guys are scientists. So take the pointy end and put it in that first one right up at the top, and then we're going to kind of tilt it so that your copper wire goes into the other one. Yes, just like that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, and then take another one, and we're going to put the nail into the one that you just put that copper wire in, and then the copper wire goes in the next one. But you got to be careful and make sure that the nail doesn't touch that copper wire from the first one. Oh, okay, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that'll work. Yep. Do we have enough lemon juice for it to touch? I can grab some more. Some of them are a little shorter than others. Do we need some more? Okay. All right. Okay. Let's put just a little bit more in there. I'm going to fill that one just a little bit more too. You know what? I'm going to put a little bit in that one too. All right. Okay, and you're good? You got yours touching all the way? Oh yeah, you're set. I'm gonna leave this one here because I don't know if that one will be long enough or tall enough, all right? So just in case you need a little bit more. Oh, Trenton, I'm sorry, did you need some more? No. Okay. All right, and we're gonna do it again. So again, you wanna be careful so that the nail doesn't touch that other copper wire, and we're gonna put it in and go to the next one. So we're kind of making like a little train. And one more. Yeah. All right, and then the very last one, and then that's going to go in, and you'll notice that there's one that doesn't have a nail in it, just the wire, right? Do you have one more? Yeah. So you'll put one from here into here. Beautiful. Looking good. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to swap these 2 around. It does get a little confusing, doesn't it? So we'll put that nail in where that copper wire was, and I'm going to bend this just a little bit. Like that. Is it going? Uh-oh. I broke it! I didn't break it. There, we can kind of tilt it in that way, it'll reach. There we go. All right. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. One more envelope. Did you get yours, buddy? Got it all set? Okay. One more envelope. In this envelope, let's see what we've got. Ooh. Oh, it's taped? It's a super mystery. All right. You got them? All right, so what do we have? Itty bitty light bulbs. All right, one, if you turn it over and look at those wires, one of the wires is longer than the other one, all right? And we're not going to worry about what that means, but it does mean that you might have to swap them around. Are you laughing at me over there? I think so. We might have to swap them around if it doesn't light up right at first. So go to your very first one that you put the nail in very first, right? And you're going to put one end into that lemon juice and then the other end into the one that you ended with. Does that make sense? So you've got one. So you're going to put it on this side. Why are we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay, yes, you're right. So kind of, you might have to bend them out just a little bit and just kind of tuck it in. And you're going to need just a little bit more lemon juice. If we need a little bit more lemon juice.
Just fishing the light out.
Oh. And you just kind of have to put it over the hump so that it's in both of those. And if you need more lemon juice to make them reach. Did it light up? And I don't have quite enough lemon juice in mine. Well, are you going to get zapped? Yeah, no, it's fine. All right. Did it light up? How about that? Yeah, if it doesn't light, you can just, whoa! Is it going? There you go.
You just didn't have it flip the right way the first
time. Yep, sometimes you have to swap it around. All right, oops, and then I dropped mine right in the lemon juice. How about that? That's all right. Pretty cool, right? All right, so you know what? We're going to do the exact same thing with the vinegar, and we're going to see which one works better. So we're going to put the nails in just like we did this one. We're going to start with one and put the nail in one side and the copper wire in the other, and just kind of work your way around. Yep, I don't have quite enough either. I was just gonna pop some in. Does anybody else need a little bit more vinegar? A little bit more vinegar. That one looks lemon juicy, so we'll put it in that one. All right. Need a little bit more too. There we go, you bet. And I gotta tell you, one of these worked way better than the other one when I tried it before. Which one do you think was going to light up the light brighter? I thought it'd be the really stinky one, because I thought maybe vinegar was going to be stinkier and more electric. But let's see. There we go. It does, doesn't it? I've got one just getting eaten away in my lemon juice because I kept dropping it because my fingers kept, yeah. I've got it backwards.
Cool, huh?
Oh, I killed that one. There we go.
Didn't you have to plug it into the wall? I feel like MacGyver.
Yeah, do you have a bad light? Oh, shoot. Yeah, I've done that too. My one that I dropped into lemon juice twice is not lighting up quite as well.
They'll light up one way, but not the other. So
Yeah, they had that. She did that too, so. Yeah, I've got an extra one too. There we go. How about that? Pretty cool.
We also just learned that if you're hanging onto the wires to hold it in there,
It doesn't work.
onto a little higher than it.
Yes, because the electricity that you're creating in here just goes into your fingers, but it's not very much, so you can't feel it. But it stops it from going into the light. That breaks the connection so that it won't light up the light. So if you're holding onto the light, then it'll light up. But if you're touching the wires, then it breaks that electricity up, and so it won't go into the light. Good tip. Do we need a little more of anything? My little orange one is not lighting up very well because I dropped it a bunch of times. Yep, I think so. They're not terribly watertight. And they do move around a little bit. I just ended up with one of my copper wires touching one of my nails, and that makes it not work so well either. Yeah. I think maybe a little bit more copper wire would have helped that, but I didn't realize it. There we go. Ta-da! You guys made electricity. And if you look at it's easier to see in the vinegar one. If you look at those nails, do you see anything happening on the bottom of the nails in that vinegar? It's a little easier to see in there because it's clear. Yeah, what do you see happening in there? There's some bubbles, that's right. That is because that vinegar is kind of reacting with the nail. If you pull out one nail, you'll see that one side, the side that was in the vinegar, is a little bit shinier, isn't it? Yeah. And if you left it in there a really, really long time, eventually you would not have much of a nail left, but it would be a really long time before that happened. So that is one way that you can make electricity. You've got an acid, that's what the lemon juice or the vinegar is. It's a kind of liquid that can kind of eat away at stuff and make them react with other things. And then the steel in that nail and the copper wire also react, so the nail is getting like eaten away by that acid just a little bit, so that it's creating the electricity, and then the copper wire is moving it to the next one. So eventually, because you made this train, the electricity keeps building and building and building until it's enough to light up your little light. Ta-da! And that is our first experiment. How about that? And now we have one more experiment, and we should have, all right. In our little bag of tricks, we've got a plain piece of paper. Yeah, if you can scoot it or just scoot over, yeah, perfect. And a pencil. Now we're not going to be creating electricity with this one. We've got our own little electricity pack. You've got a battery in there too. So we're not making our own electricity for this one. That battery has stored it, but we're going to create another circuit. So this is called a circuit. When you make a little train like that and they connect, that's called a circuit. And so it's like the wires that plug in a lamp or something. That creates a circuit that plugs into the wall, and the electricity can go into the lamp. Well, we're doing the same kind of thing. We're creating that little train so that the electricity can get where it's going. We're going to use a pencil to create our own circuit. We don't even need wires. You need 2 openings because we're going to put a light on the other side of it. So it's like you're making an O with an opening on either side of it. I did it wrong, and we don't have erasers on these pencils. I'm sorry. Look at my instructions instead of just talking. About the same width on both sides. So it's like you're making a rainbow and a smile. Like that. Yeah? Yep, thicker and darker. Make it nice and dark. And we're just starting with, you know, a pretty simple little pattern, but if you take these home and take some time with it, you can draw like a car or something like that and make it so it does it cool. So, how are we doing? We get them nice and dark? Still working on it? Especially since I made you start over. Sorry about that. That looks great. Yep. If it doesn't light up, that's what we'll do. So we'll check it, and then if it doesn't light up, you might need to make it just a little darker or the line a little wider. And we should have one more. I'm going to have to pull one of these out because I dropped one of mine. And you're going to need one of your little light bulbs too. Did it scoot? Sometimes they scoot a little bit, and yep. When I dropped mine in, they stopped lighting, so. All right. Did you get one? So you're going to turn your battery upside down so that those little terminals the pointy out parts are towards the bottom. And you're gonna put one end, or one of those terminals on like the smiley face one, and the other one on your rainbow side. And it should just stand right, kind of right on top of it. All right. And then you're going to take your light and pull those wires so that they're straight out. So they're doing the splits, which I can't do. So you'll bend them and just, yeah, sorry, not pull them out. Bend them so that they're kind of going to lay flat when you put them on your drawing thing. All right, and then let's see if we can get that to light up. If it doesn't light up, mine's not lighting up, I'm going to flip it around and see if that helps. Mine is not lighting up either, so I am going to make my lines just a little darker. This worked when I tried it. Did you get it to light up? And there's some tape on your table if you want to tape down the edges of your light. If not, that's fine too. I just thought maybe that would help hold it a little bit. Once you know that it lights, you can tape it on there. There we go. I finally got mine to light too. Did it get lit? Not quite yet. Okay, you know what? Whoops, I'm going to drop your stuff. Let's make this line a little bit darker and yeah. All right, and maybe that one just a little bit thicker too. Yeah. All right, now let's see. There you go. Did you see it? It flickered. How about that? And I moved your battery, so whoops. Let's see. There we go. There it is. And so with these, it's the, did you get it? Excellent. So the battery, you know, is where your electricity is. This pencil has graphite in it. It's kind of like a rock that they grind up and make the pencils out of. And that helps the electricity flow through. So just like the copper wire in our other experiment, the graphite pencil is what moves that electricity so that it can get to that light. And this is the kind of thing that, like I said, if you drew a picture, as long as it's not too big, and as long as it has openings just like our little rainbow and smile, so that you can put the battery on one side and the light on the other side, and then they connect those lines, then you can make that light up. So you could draw like a car, if you made a really simple car, which I can't draw. If I did something like this, but left one side open and one side open here and drew it really, really thick, you could make it be like a headlight on your car. You could make a heart so that you opened it up on either side and it would light up in the middle. So you can do all kinds of cool stuff with that. And there you go. Electricity. Lots of fun. You guys got them lit? That's awesome. And you guys get to take this home. We'll empty out our are liquids before you try to take it home. But these and this stuff, you could try other things. If you had maybe orange juice, you could see if orange juice worked as well as the lemon juice. Or if you had, what else would be acidic? You could try water and see if that worked, or if it needed something a little, tangy in it, like the vinegar or the juice. Maybe even if you had like pop, if you had like Coke or something, that might work too. So these are things that you can kind of try and just follow those instructions, and I'll have those posted as well. I didn't print out instructions, but I can get those posted, and we'll get that so that you can kind of do it at home too. You can take this stuff home, try again, light stuff up, because electricity is fun. Just don't play with it. All right, you guys are scientists. Nice job. Excellent.